what's up you guys, it's Annie back with another video, and in today's video I want to highlight for you guys 5 of the biggest reasons why people are not clicking on your videos. Before I do, however, I do want to highlight and remind you guys that whether or not people are watching your videos on YouTube, 99.9% of the time that is not a reflection of your video's actual content nor the quality of your content. It actually has almost everything to do with your video's outwards performance, aka getting the click. So just keep all that in mind as we go through this video and the 5 biggest reasons why people may or may not be clicking on your videos. The first major reason is one that I think not a lot of people are that aware of, which is that YouTube's algorithm just gets it wrong. Do not get me wrong, YouTube's algorithm is a brilliant piece of AI technology, possibly even one of the smartest algorithms and AI systems on the face of the internet. However, just because YouTube's algorithm is absolutely brilliant and gets it right about 95% of the time does not mean that it is a perfect system without flaws. And what I mean by this is that YouTube's algorithm is set up to recommend content to every individual viewer based on a number of different factors. Factors which include which creators you watch most often, creators whose videos you have watched most recently, topics that you are consistently searching for on YouTube, as well as recent searches on YouTube. And the main hope in doing this is that by YouTube's algorithm being set up to recommend you more of the content you are looking for and regularly consuming, it is then going to be a lot easier for YouTube's algorithm to keep you on the platform for longer, watching more content. And why is that? That is mainly because if YouTube keeps you on its platform for longer, it keeps you watching content for longer, keeps you watching ads for longer, and makes the most potential money possible. However, like I said, YouTube's algorithm rarely gets it right 100% of the time, and sometimes it is going to recommend you a whole ton of content that you're just not interested in. Either because that is not the content that you came on YouTube searching for, maybe it's a creator that you watch on the regular but this topic just doesn't really strike a chord with you, or just whatever other reason why you may see a video on your recommended page or in your sub box or in YouTube search that you're just not all that interested in. And that is the exact same case when it comes to your content being recommended by YouTube's algorithm. Sometimes YouTube puts your video in front of the perfect ideal viewer that is absolutely going to want to watch your video. Other times your video gets recommended to somebody who is just not interested in that topic or is just not wanting to watch it at that time. And that is also 100% okay, which is why absolutely nobody on YouTube has a 100% click-through rate. In fact, the average CTR on YouTube is somewhere between 4 and 5%. So if ever you are looking at the analytics of your videos and you see that your video has been shown to a whole lot of people, but a very small amount of them actually watch the video, try not to be too hard on yourself, because sometimes it's just not of interest to the person YouTube is showing it to. Then on to the second very common reason why somebody may not click onto your video is that your video does not show a clear-cut value. Keep in mind that majority of the time your subscribers and your returning viewers, your most active audience, is not actually going to make up the bulk of the people who watch your video. If you look at the analytics of any one of your videos or your channel as a whole, most people will see that the majority of your viewers are coming from people who are not subscribed to you versus a lot less people who are actually subscribed to you, which is actually a good thing, because if the bulk of your audience were people already subscribed to you, then that would mean that you are never reaching a new potential audience, you are never reaching new potential subscribers, and your channel is never gonna grow. However, that does also mean that because the majority of your potential viewers are not people already subscribed to you, meaning people on YouTube who don't already know you, you do have to work a little bit harder to convince them that your video is worth watching. Now, value on social media really all boils down to entertainment, education, and inspiration. If you want somebody to consume your content on YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest, then one or more of these types of values are going to have to be super clear-cut in your content. Someone who is recommended your videos on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram is going to have to be compelled by one or more of these types of values to the point that it is nearly impossible for them to skip your video. Which does mean that somebody not already subscribed to you, who doesn't already know you and your content, most likely is not going to be interested in your morning or night routine. However, if somebody were to land on a morning routine on their YouTube recommended page, and that video was a morning routine as the mom of triplets, or the morning routine of somebody who works for a really famous company, in that case, your video and your content becomes a whole lot more clickable because there's a clear-cut value. So when you are uploading videos on YouTube, YouTube and picking out a title for your video, you really want to stop to ask yourself, how can I title this video in a way that is super compelling to the point that nobody is going to be able to resist clicking on it? That is going to make a major difference in whether or not somebody clicks to watch your video. Now, while we are still on the topic of compelling potential viewers, the fourth major reason why people may not be clicking onto your videos and watching your videos is that your thumbnail is not compelling. Now, I'm going to be completely and totally honest with you guys. I've had this conversation so many times with creator friends. Creating thumbnails for YouTube videos is one of the biggest beasts when it comes to being a content creator. No matter how much time you've spent on the platform, no matter how much experience you have uploading videos and growing on YouTube, creating thumbnails that compels people to want to watch your video is really something that you never ever really perfect and is just forever going to be some kind of a trial and error process. However, one little trick and hack that seems to be completely unbeatable when it comes to creating clickable thumbnails is that when you are creating your thumbnails, you want to stick your potential viewers' gain and value right there in your thumbnail. For example, if your video is sharing some kind of a workout challenge that you did with your audience, then on your thumbnail you may want to have the before and after results of doing that challenge. Similarly, if you're making a video about organizing your fridge or your room or your office space, you may want to have the before and after of organizing that space on your thumbnail. That, in my experience and what I see constantly from other creators' successes on the platform, that seems to be the #1 hack to making super clickable thumbnails that converts into views. So that is just one more thing you may want to keep in mind when creating thumbnails. Then on to reason #4 why your videos may not be super clickable, which I think needs to be a lot more normalized here on YouTube and on social media as a whole, which is that you are uploading a video that is not really meant to get views or blow up on YouTube. I really do think that as creators, when we're so hyper focused on being successful and growing our platforms, we can become just so wrapped up and consumed by numbers, good numbers, bad numbers, good growth, good performance, bad performance, and that is really when I think that we all begin to lose sight of our true passion. It is absolutely 100% okay for you to create a video on YouTube that is just not going to perform well. It is absolutely 100% okay for you to make a video and upload a video and share a video that really doesn't hold all that much value to your audience, but it's just something that you really want to create or share. In fact, from what I've seen in my own experience and other people's experiences on YouTube, sometimes it is the last video you ever think that is going to completely blow up. So even if you create a video that you think to yourself, this has no value to my audience, nobody's going to watch this, you really just never know when it's going to absolutely take off on YouTube. Other times that video gets little to no clicks, almost no views, and really doesn't go anywhere on YouTube, and that is absolutely okay. So just never ever be turned off of creating any video that you are passionate about, that you really want to share with people, just because of the fear that it may not perform well. Now, this last one is less of a method and more of like a little tip and a reminder for you guys, something that I feel like not a lot of creators are aware of. Your view count on any given video has little to no correlation with your sub count, mostly for the sole reason that your majority of views do not come from your subscribers or people already subscribed to you. So you may see somebody on YouTube that has a massive sub count like Alicia Marie or David Dobrik, and that is when you begin to think to yourself like, oh, they have X amount of subscribers, so of course they get a ton of views. When in reality, if you pick literally any channel on YouTube and you compare their average view count to their total number of subscribers, usually about 9 times out of 10, their average view count is not even half the amount of their subscribers. Again, because your sub count is not transactional to your view count. For a further example, I pulled a couple of examples from some of my most popular videos on my channel. So this video is the one that initially blew up on my channel and got about 427,000 views. So I pulled up the analytics of this video and checked exactly how many views came from my subscribers versus other traffic sources on YouTube. And to give you guys specific numbers, that video got 1,621 views from subscribers. The rest of those 420,000 something views all came from other traffic sources, not my subscribers. Then one of my other successes was my iOS 14 customization video. That video got a little bit over 300,000 views, of which again only a little over 1,000 views came from my subscribers, the rest came from other sources. So that is definitely something else that I recommend keeping in mind when you are trying to reach an audience on YouTube and get more views on your videos. Keep in mind that yes, you do want to reach your subscribers and your most active audience, audience because that is how you get your video boosted to other people on YouTube. However, also keep in mind that your subscribers are never going to be your majority audience. So when you are creating videos and titling videos and creating thumbnails, you do really want to think in terms of a much wider and more long-term trajectory on YouTube. Your channel may have 100 subscribers, 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, but only a very small portion of those subscribers and regular viewers are going to be served your video, and then the rest of it comes from the outside world on YouTube. But yeah, you guys, that is all I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I hope you guys found it interesting, insightful, kind of helpful. As always, thank you all for watching. I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!